So it's Monday night, it's about midnight, and I'm thinking to myself, I haven't done a video in a while, so I'm going to do a video. So welcome to episode 3 of the Shed Sessions, brought to you by Capulus Roastery and the Daily Grind. My name is Jono. Now, episode 2 we did Chemex, which I kind of went blasé about, really because that's what I think everyone should do with coffee. Obviously I gave tips and guidelines and stuff, but I think everyone should be able to basically just try stuff with coffee, because it just feeds you. It's not just in terms of caffeine and whatnot, but it's fun to do that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do tonight, this morning, is Old Mate AeroPress. You can pick these up anywhere these days, and I'm going to take you through everything that's in the box, what it's there for, what's a gimmick, what's not, and then we're going to be very specific in how we make it. And I'll take you through all that very shortly. Okay, so AeroPress box. I'll throw it into the camera. Box, you can get it anywhere. It's great. Now, you get this. This is your AeroPress capsule. It's before I go any further, look, the AeroPress is basically a redesigned French press. That's basically what it is. So it's fun. It's good. Makes good coffee. Makes great coffee. These two things, they go like that. And like that. This is a little holder, sits on top like that. You can use it if you want. If you have a cup that fits in there, use it. If not, throw it out. I don't have a cup that fits in there. It's useless. But it's fine. Look, if you, for an espresso cup or something, totally use it. It's fine. It's fun. This. Bang. You get a lot of filters, which is really good. You don't get this with Chemex, which is really frustrating, or pour overs or whatever. They give you a whole pack of filters. It's brilliant. And you get a little spoon. Spoon's good. That's about 10 grams, roughly 10 to 12 grams, depending on your grind of coffee. And you get this. You know what? I've never actually used it. It goes in the top like that, or the other top. It's like a transformer. Don't need it anyway. Alright, so I'm going to jump straight into the inverted method. If you search inverted method on Google, I should be more specific about that. If you search AeroPress inverted method, you'll find it. It's well known, really easy to use. But look, what I will say is that to do a good AeroPress, you need a set of scales, because we're going to do grams, you know, instead of just mils, or there's numbers on the side there. We're going to do it properly and weigh everything out properly. Okay, so first things first. Grab your mesh filter and your filter paper. Boom, like that. Wet them. Alright, wet that so the filter sticks. Now, preheat your vessel, your AeroPress, just like we did with the Chemex. Right. Now, that's upside down. Alright, so numbers are kind of upside down. Exactly, upside down. Right. So, plunger side, upside down, bang, just like that. Right. Straight, if you want. Right. Make sure that's preheated. Right. Then we're going to put in, this is my quirky little thing, right? 18.5 grams of coffee. Why? Works well with my blends. Any of my coffees, I've just found that 18.5, it's a little bit stronger than 18, but it's not as much as 20 or 21. I think, it's my little thing. It works just right. You can use anywhere between 18 and 22 grams or more if you want. You can use a fine grind. You can use a coarse grind. I'm using filter grind, which is coarse. Right? And what we're going to do is we're going to just put this straight into here. Right? And now it goes onto my set of scales. I've got these ones. They're very fancy. I can't pronounce the name. Asahi or something like that. They are available, they're expensive, just get yourself a good set of kitchen scales. Okay, so you have your AeroPress on top of your scales with the coffee in it, 18.5 grams, whatever you want. Right, tear the whole thing off, get your kettle, hot water. Yeah, I've got a fancy kettle, you don't need to have a fancy kettle, but look, this one's got a really small pouring spout, which is great for this kind of stuff, or any filtered coffees, or that kind of jazz. Not cheap, but totally worth it. I've also got a milk jug here. Now, you could pour the AeroPress once it's brewed straight into a mug. It will fit over most kitchen mugs, but you know, I've got milk jugs, so I'm going to use it. But yeah, at home it will fit over any standard kitchen mug that you have. So yeah, straight into it. Now, we've turned off the scale, so we're at 0. The weight is 0. Right, what you're going to do is pour 10 grams. That's not a lot. Really not a lot at all. And that's just going to bloom the coffee like we talked about with the Chemex. It's the same kind of deal. Just get it going. That's for the first 30 seconds. So have your timer on as well. I'm actually watching the timer on the camera at the moment. So after that 30 seconds, pour until 30 grams, which is there. Now we're just going to leave that for another 30 seconds. So after you've let that bloom again for another 30 seconds, I call that a 2-stage bloom. It's my thing, anyone can call it whatever they want. Now we're just going to pour until 220 grams. And that'll be most of the AeroPress. It will be up to the top, or just about. I have actually used very fresh coffee, so I'm very close to the top. Now, basically you want your whole brewing time to be 2.5 minutes max. I normally like to stick around 2 minutes, especially if I'm doing it during a service in a cafe or whatever, but 2.5 minutes is basically what you're looking at. Now, after you fill that up to the 220 grams, grab the back of your spoon or whatever you use to dose the coffee in, just give it 3 stirs one way, 3 stirs the other way, because it can. Plenty of people will tell you it does something. At least that's what the people who told me about this method told me. But yeah, 3 stirs and that's it. And then wait until the brewing time is up, so about 2.5 minutes. Now, after you fill it up to the top, you get your filter and your filter paper that you've wet, and you just screw it on. It's just boom, just like that. Now I've got my preheated milk jug. Easy as pie. Over the top. Flip the whole thing over. And gently press down. I don't really worry too much about that air gap there. Or at the bottom there's a little bit of coffee sediment. You know, I could have used a better stirring implement. That's not really going to affect what we're trying to make here. So you get roughly 2 cups out of this, 2 latte glasses, whatever. If you like it cold, you can let it sit for a little bit and serve it on ice, very similar to cold drip. Because it's such a quick brewing time, there is not much acidity in it, so it is quite kind of similar to cold drip. And you can see that with the press, I'm not actually doing it quick at all. Just nice and steady, so you can't do it anymore. Get my cup, and there is my beautiful AeroPress coffee. Boom! That is good. Get around it. It's good stuff.